Hi, welcome. Tamra Oviatt here with Sacred Activations. This is my weekly free healing call. Super excited to be here with you. Oh, seriously? There we go. Okay, we stopped the background noise. I'm good. Yay, I figured it out. Okay, live on Facebook. I will not be able to see your questions, but just tune in and receive the healing. If you want to be on the call to talk to me directly, you've got to join in on Zoom because I can't do Zoom and Facebook Live at the same time. Well, I can do them live at the same time, but there's background noise. So I can't see your questions. Anyways, thank you for being here. Sacred Activations is a God modality. It was given to me in 2012. I've been a healer for many, many years before that, and kept doing all these different trainings, and God kept telling me, this is for your training. This isn't what you're going to be doing. Very, very frustrated. In 2012, I went to England to meet up with my soulmate. And he definitely wasn't my soulmate. So I said, God, why am I here? I was told to go to the Roslin Chapel in Scotland. I did that. I received the first codes for sacred activations, which activate your sacred geometry and clear you out of tons of belief systems through your past life, future lives, genetics. Even the collective consciousness can really be affecting us and we're not even aware of it. Spend years working on past lives and stuff. And really, it's the collective consciousness of your town, of your country, of your religion, of your origin that can really be messing with you. But with sacred activations, we clear you out of all of that, which is very, very exciting. Anyways, if you want to talk to me, make sure you raise your hand. We've got Carolyn. I'm going to bring you into the call now. For some reason, I'm not being able to unmute you. Are you clicking it? Go ahead. Hi. No, you're still muted. Okay, so while you figure that out, I'm going to talk to Demetra. Oh, Carolyn, I hear you now. Hi, honey.
I am having a really difficult time with stepping into my own power.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's others that are going through this too.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
So, and it's, everything is there. You know, I'm seeing all this stuff, Tamra, and I'm feeling it and it's wonderful. But there's an underlying fear of, I think, the change that's going to come with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny because I just realized that talking to you now.
Yeah, fear of change is a really, really big deal.
Now,
So let's focus on fear of change. Why don't you focus on that, and everybody else that's listening to replays or live on Facebook right now, just focus on your change and focus on change and fear of the future. So, and all you have to do is focus on what it is you want to clear, and the God energy does the rest. Okay, you ready? Let's go. There's also anger and resentment towards God. Feel a lot of heartache also. Maybe things didn't turn out the way planned. Okay, honey, let me know how you're doing.
I experience, it's really weird because I got a wallop of energy just below my heart chakra.
Nice.
And there's still a mistiness of tears coming. But I also felt that I felt like I was chastised in a past life.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one. I know that I was exiled in a life when I lived in Scotland, and I was ostracized. I was banished from the village in Scotland.
I'm laughing because that happened to me when I was in Wales, England, Europe, you know.
Yeah, Europe is fun, huh? It's
Yeah, there's a lot of that energy around there.
I ended up living in a cave, but it was such a magical life. But this other life felt like I'm not sure. There was just so much sorrow that
Yeah.
I felt, so much sorrow for stepping into my own power and doing helping and healing. And yet I can remember other lives where I'm not sure what they call, but um, early America, small villages, not even villages, but where I had a door put on me and everybody from the surrounding area put huge rocks on this board, and I ended up dying like that. But I even had a point where, and I was a female in this life, but I can remember when I went out of my body, my children were putting stones on this board too. And all I was into at that life was I was a herbalist. I talked to plants. So it's like in this life I've got myself in a little bit of everything. The energies are coming in. I'm into stones. I'm into the herbs. I want to know more of this. I want to know more of that. And it's sometimes it's heartbreaking, but I don't think about that anymore. I
Yeah,
don't.
that's where the heartache comes from. Well, you do think about that because you're talking about it. So
Yeah.
it does come up for you. We're going to release the post-traumatic stress from that lifetime.
Okay. Thanks.
And so many healers come over and over again to be healers and alchemists and to help people. And they've gone through this. And there's a huge collective consciousness that if you're a healer, you'll die. You'll be kicked out. You'll be ostracized. You'll be, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And even your children will turn on you. Okay, honey, let's let that clear and let me know how you're doing.
You know, when you started it, even though you were talking, I felt like a great big huge column of energy
Yeah.
right into my crown chakra. So, and it's still there and it's still working. Thank
And
you.
it will continue to work for the next few days, even the next few weeks.
Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. Yeah, I run the energy while I'm still talking.
Oh, yeah, I can tell.
Awesome. Thank you, sweetie. Let me know how you're doing. You know, it's an important to do an exchange for healing. So when you receive free healing or you're on the call listening to free healing, it's nice to send off a testimonial when it's done or to buy something off the website. I don't ask for donations, but I have over 300 products available. So if you guys get something out of this, please support my efforts and buy something. I even teach you to do what I'm doing if you're interested. I'm going to talk to Demetra. And then if anybody else wants healing after that, make sure you raise your hand. Hi, honey, you're unmuted.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Thank you so much for taking my call.
Oh, absolutely.
So your things have worked, definitely worked for me, just in clearing things really quickly. So the last caller I very much resonated with, kind of similar. So for me right now, it's just fears about being able to take care of my kids, you know, 2 kids. And so I have not been bringing income in, and if there's anything about that.
Yeah, there's so much fear around one, healers. There's this huge collective consciousness that all money belongs to the church. We can't do healing on our own. If you work for God, you're broke.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't deserve to be paid because God's the healer. True, God is the healer, but we still have to pay for our training and our time and our living. I mean, how can we be of service if we don't get paid for it?
Right.
So think about all of that. And I know every healer out there has that. I have tons of activations to be supportive for that also, but we're going to work on everything we just talked about here right now, okay?
Thank you.
There's also a big belief system around women that men have to support us,
Mhm.
that we're broke unless we have a man taking care of us.
Yep.
I see you've been stabbed in the back. We're going to remove that sword. Do you have any pain in your back?
I don't have pain in my back, but I'm definitely having an issue with a relative right now. So,
Okay. Okay, honey, let me know how you're doing.
yeah, I definitely feel like energy clearing and moving and
Good. Yeah, it'll continue to clear, so I want to let you know that. Let me know how you're doing next week, okay?
okay. And can I just like email you for a
Yeah,
testimonial?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Tamra Oviatt at Hotmail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks, Sunny. Okay, anybody else? You want to put your hand up? If you're interested in talking to me? You know, Sacred Activations is really amazing. I'm so thankful to be doing this work and to be able to help you guys with this. It's really amazing how fast it shifts you and continues to work with you. It's not just during the session. It continues for days, even weeks afterwards, changing belief systems. You know, we're all connected and we are a collective consciousness. And you know how the subconsciousness runs 95% of your life. Well, if we're all connected and we're all one, that means there's a subconsciousness that's also running humanity. And with sacred activations, we clear you out of the belief systems that no longer serve you, and then we plug you into belief systems that work for you, because these programs are all available. Everything's already available. All the programs are already written. We can just decide which ones to run. And the higher vibrational programs, you got to keep plugging into them and keep plugging into them and keep plugging into them for them to continue to run. So take a couple seconds a day, sing my favorite song, happy, happy, joy, 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 happy, happy. See how when I sing that, it brings up my vibration and I feel much better. So when if you're feeling upset or overwhelmed or in fear, start singing happy, happy, joy, joy. Go for a walk, go do yoga, go meditate, go do something to help your vibration to go to a higher level of understanding, because you are creating your reality. You are plugging into the programs that are running your life. If it's fear, if it's anger, if it's sadness, if it's loneliness, if it's health issues, those can all be changed. We can change it all because we're just holograms. You know, it sounds a little weird and we're just in a video game. So play a higher vibrational game and higher vibrational things happen to you. Okay, so I'm going to take Diana next. I'm going to, okay, you unmuted
Hi.
yourself. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Hi, Diana, how are you?
Okay. I've been listening to your the Black Magic Puppet Master one a lot lately because what was brought to my attention back in the early 2000s is I came into this lifetime as a light worker known as a truth teller. And I've never had an issue with it. It generally has, it could been, one experience was very good and the person changed your life. It's basically giving a message to people that the divine is telling you you're called upon to make a adjustment in your life. And then I'm out of there. But this last one, which happened in September, the beginning of September, interestingly enough, about 6 weeks before, the first thing I heard was this person to come. I saw a video of this person saying, if you think you're going to win, you're not. And I had no idea what this person was talking about. And he calls himself an energy worker. Shortly thereafter, I came across your video. Now, I haven't done your Golden Seal program yet, but I came across your video where I said, why am I seeing this if I'm not taking it? I opened it up and you were saying, if you're seeing this video, it's because you're a light worker. And you went on to talk about how light workers were suddenly, it was noticed that the entities were, the level of was increasing and they were attacking light workers and that it was not going to be permitted. So about 6 weeks after that, I opened a video on this guy's website. And the first thing that came to me was, and I'm going to share it with you because I generally don't share this publicly, were the words, and this woman was doing the video, something wicked this way comes.
Wow.
And I was in shock. So what I do immediately is I go to the divine and I say, tell me what the truth of this is, because I had no understanding. But I had a reaction. So what I did is I went on to comment on the video. I didn't say the words I just shared with you. I said, this is not a testimonial. I said, the person is playing with this thing like it's a toy. It was an object. And what I didn't realize is she was doing, it took me a while to get it. She was casting a spell.
Yeah.
Without permission or notification of what she was doing. Well, ever since he kept blocking me from putting it up there, and I didn't realize, I thought it was my phone that was a problem. The next morning he puts up a video, and he was misleading you on the video. I entered this YouTube video, and immediately he went to talk about this incident, and he was defending this individual. And I could feel energy being shot at me. He attacked me several times. And he also sent me an entity one morning, which I knew. It was treating me as if I were a woman who was, the words that were being put in my mouth was, I'm sorry, I love you, I love it. And I'm going, I had enough witnessing. I was enough in my witness to say, what the heck is this? He has since, has a little group that surrounds him who have been assisting him in trying to make it sound like I'm a liar. But I've worked with advanced healers. I had one healer. She was removing implants. She found, and I didn't tell her the backstory. She got to my throat and she said, you have over 400 implants in your throat that will put there to keep you from telling the truth. She then went into this scenario where she said, these people are taking your words and twisting it to make you sound like you're a liar. And I then found out subsequently that there was another who's an energy worker who clears entities, knew about this person and offered support in clearing the entities from him. And this person said, he does not want to be identified. And I'm not going to identify anybody that I'm talking about.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to.
No, I don't want to because of what they've done. This person, there are advanced healers who are aware of this, what this person is doing, and they've offered assistance to them, and the person the so-called healer has refused to release the entities. I asked a friend of mine who is a mystic, I told her about the situation, and apparently she did intervene because it was about truth. She's questioning me. She thought it was just an argument, a silly argument. I said, no. She said, what's truth? I said, we are not our bodies. So I found out the next morning that she did say something because this individual made another video, and I could tell he was annoyed. He says, I can take a slap on the hand. And he says, but the thing is, I get away with a lot because I offer services to assist humanity. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I work for the divine. I don't know. I came here to work for divine. I don't, if there's a byproduct of servicing humanity, but it's like the arrogance is incredible. So what I've done is I did a house cleaning. I start not just cutting cords. Somebody assisted me with that. And huge shift as soon as that happened because I didn't realize there were cords involved. And I disconnected with these people on Facebook and by email because
you need to totally disconnect from them and don't give them any of your energy, because if you give them their energy, then you're opening it up to be attacked by them.
Well, I want to be totally clear on this because I had a problem with Facebook disconnecting with this one person that's supporting him. And she claims she clears entities. I tried to disconnect twice in two groups from her. Facebook decided it wanted to reconnect me. Good thing I have very few connections so I can micromanage my account, and I deleted it again. But this person was judging, and I didn't know she was talking about me. She's saying, well, this incident came up and we thought I was going to invite this person to join my group, and then she said something and I realized she wasn't ready. And I go, ready for what? And that's when I realized she was filled. I mean, we're all filled. We all have to deal with entities all the time. Long story short, she's praying for me. She's clearing entities. And I said, and people have told me that when people pray for you, they could be putting spells and curses on you. And you don't know it.
Yeah, but you're only going to receive spells and curses if you're open to it, or you think you deserve it, or somehow, or it's serving you somehow.
Yeah. So my thing is, I want to be sure that I'm clear of all this.
Yeah.
Because as far as I'm concerned, they're non-personas. And I just don't know of the few people I've left, if anybody I'm still connected with.
Doesn't matter. Because you get to the point where it doesn't bother you, or they don't attack you anymore because you're not learning from it anymore. They're doing it to serve you, and there's a lot of people that think they work for, but they're plugged into lower energies and they think it's the highest energy, but it's not.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people plugged into mischief and lies and a lot of entities that act like or pretend they are God, and they're not. So it's really
I wanted to ask one thing. Another person has shown up and become transparent. I mean, it's coming into the light. This other person that I had respected came out with the statement that there are people who are doing things like, well, she didn't name spells, but I knew that that's what she was talking about. They're working in traditions that go back to Egypt, and this person is very nice, and it has nothing to do with somebody's nice. It's what you're doing. It's ignorance, and karma does not forgive ignorance. And you need to wake up as to what you're involved in. So I disconnected from that person because I said, unconditional love is getting at, I did learn this. This is one gift they gave me. Unconditional love allows you to understand what's going on, get out of judgment, but it does not absolve what that person is doing, and you do not condone it. You disconnect from it.
Right. Just totally disconnect. You don't give them any energy at all. Because when you give them energy, that gives them an opening.
So my question is, the really important question is, I'm sorry for going on. This person also mentioned the fact that with permission to do I always get permission. So assuming this other person that started this whole scenario got permission, I said, if I don't know that and I asked your high self, my position is two things. If you didn't talk to me consciously, ear to ear or face to face, you don't have my permission. And number two, I consider contacting my high self the same as you asking permission to go into my Akashic records. And I'm probably going to say no, unless we have a contract and we're doing work, then it's a yes, and it's within that time frame. You go in with prayer, you open with prayer, you close with prayer, contract closed. Same thing with if I'm doing work with you to access my higher self. And I haven't done work with this person in a long time, so I'm disconnected from her. Good. My question is, how do we...
Okay, so what's your question?
It's about, is there something we can do to communicate to people No, you don't have permission to contact my higher self without me consciously knowing it. That's the question.
Well, my suggestion with you would be to do the universal life grid activation.
Okay.
It's a protective field around you so people aren't able to get in and mess with you.
Yeah.
And just don't give them any energy. And when you see someone like that, just disconnect. Don't send them hate. Don't send them unconditional love. Don't send them anger. Don't send them fear. Don't do anything.
Yeah. And the thing
Just
is, I don't
walk
always
away.
recognize this right away. It may take me a while, and I've stepped the point of going
Well,
beyond, but
see,
these come up with a message to me from the divine. If there's a message to be said, you say it, and then you get out of there. You just deliver a message. You have an issue with it, you take it to the divine, not with
right.
me. I'm not the enforcer. I'm out of here. But yeah, it's like I feel like, the Oracle of Delphi would never have to defend herself. I mean, nobody would think, nobody is fool enough to even challenge her. Only an ego would do that. So yeah, that's my big concern. That protection,
Well,
but the other thing is how to recognize these people, because I know you have the thing called unmask. It's almost like I'm now at the point of saying, whenever I see somebody, because this is a wild, wild west show on these teleseminars, to call for unmask to see what they're really about.
oh yeah. Unmask is such a great activation.
Yeah, I love you, Tamra. I love your work.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I really appreciate it.
I gotta
Yeah,
buy. I
and
just,
remember all these people
I just
that
bought a
are
package
using
through
your,
somebody of yours. I just bought a package of yours for somebody, and I said, I know I will be adding more to it. I don't just do the free
awesome. From
ones.
who?
Through Monsef.
Oh, nice. I love him.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a
Okay.
quiet one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
You're welcome.
much.
You're
I
welcome.
hope this has helped other people.
Yeah, I'm sure it has. Absolutely. And I just want to close with the statement that if you are being attacked, it is serving you some way and you are learning something from it.
Well, here's what I have to do because this involves black magic. Somebody said to me back in 2003, "Oh, you're so powerful. You should read, go see that movie, Harry Potter." And I said, "I don't identify that." Somebody through Monsef's show said to me, "Go deal with your shadow." That was the gift to me because the person who started this attack, I came in with the contract. We came in with contracts. He was here to help me open my heart. I came here to show him to stand in his integrity.
Right. Awesome.
And I know I have to clear my shadow. Do we have an activation for that?
There's so many activations for that. And just
Oh,
depending
okay.
on what
Good to know.
area you want to work on. I mean,
Okay. Well,
you can
like if
use
it's black
activations
magic.
for relationships, for sacred geometry, for psychic abilities. It just depends on what you want to work on because all of those belief systems have a shadow. Not one
Yeah.
activation to clear your shadow.
Yeah, well, that's what I saw this. I said I wasn't surprised about the shadow because I said you can only see in others what you see in yourself.
Right. Well, everybody's a mirror for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So is there what we just saying one that clears the shadow regarding having engaged in black magic, but not in a
I would just run the Black Magic Puppet Master
that'll
active.
cover everything.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Tamara. Love you, love you, love you.
Thanks, sweetie. Appreciate it. Okay, Annie, you're next. And if anybody else wants a session, please raise your hand. Okay, Annie, where are you? There you are. Okay, I'm going to unmute you. Hi.
Hi, Tamara.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you, honey?
I'm okay, thank you. At the moment, I'm having a pain in the left side of my back. It's not only on the left side, but left side on the back, but really the left side, in the middle.
Okay, so put your thought there.
Okay.
It's in the middle. It's more by your spine, right?
No, the opposite side.
You mean like by your kidneys? Because I'm seeing it more in the center of your back.
Okay, maybe, yeah, the pain doesn't always have to be where the problem is.
Okay, how are you doing?
The pain is a little bit less,
Okay.
so maybe it clears some more.
Yeah, just keep allowing it to clear. I see it kind of like a little below your waistline. Is that right?
No, it's more from the waist upwards, yeah, on halfway.
Well, yeah, halfway is like your waistline.
From the
Below.
waistline up, from the waistline up, and then halfway.
Okay. Okay, give it an hour and then let me know how you're doing, all right?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Kim? Hi.
Hello? Hi.
Hi.
Okay, I have a different question. It's weird. I've been trying to get an answer on. I feel like such a cliche at my age, but I've told through the past 10 years through like psychic that to like a warning, watch out, your dad's not your real dad. And I would get mad because I'm like, I know, because I was brought up by my stepdad. Well, it seems like last year I find out I possibly could have a different dad than what I thought was my real dad in the incident because my mom is such a narcissist and liar. She would never tell the truth unless it benefited her. So it's like I can talk to her and she's confused different scenarios, but pieces seem to fit together and I don't know. And I tried to ask my own guides, but I think it's my own fear or emotions getting in the way to receive the answer. So, and if it's not true, then why would they tell me this? So I don't know.
The person you think is your dad, is what I hear.
Okay. So
So,
what I thought was my real dad is my real dad.
yeah.
Okay, not this other person that could.
I don't know. I just heard that it's like the person that is your dad is your dad. It could be the new one.
It's weird because she never said this. She changed the timeline saying it was my brother, but with me, she was supposed to marry my real dad, and she ran off with this other guy for 3 days and then came back. So, and then hid the timeline so I wouldn't find out the truth. And somebody spilled the beans after what, 48 years?
Yeah.
And
I think it's that one. Yeah, my sons are adopted, and
that's
my
why
oldest
I
son,
feel
my sons are adopted, and my oldest son is a third child, and she thought it was another man, but when he was born, he had the same father as the other two. We could see that. So, things happen, and, and people hide stuff like that, especially then, because it was so looked down upon of what they were doing. And so, and then, parents don't realize that we're going to find out later or that it would harm us. I mean, there's things my mom kept from me that I found out about through, doing work on myself. And I asked her and she confirmed that stuff for me. But she never told me until I remembered it. And they're just, don't get mad at your mom about it. She's doing the best she knows how. And it's all about learning and growing and changing and everything else. You know what I mean? So forgive her.
yeah.
And then go meet your dad.
Well, both the dads that I thought were my dads are passed away.
Oh,
And
sorry.
if this other person is my dad, it opens up a whole new family because this is such a small village. It's just weird.
Go do
I got
get a
kids and
DNA test
grandkids.
with them. Talk to him.
So talk to him, see
Yeah,
what he
talk
thinks.
to him and find out. I mean, who knows? I could be wrong, but to me, it sounds right.
Well, he's not the greatest person. That's what's scary. He's
Well, it doesn't
been
matter.
in jail for some awful things.
Yeah, so a lot of people have. It's okay. But go talk to him and find out.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. And if it is your dad, it's okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Because, we all change, grow, and we choose different people to learn things from. We choose our family. We choose our parents. We come here together to explore. So many times my kids would get mad at me. I'd say, you chose me. Don't get mad at me. Anyways, Karen, I'm going to bring you on. Hi, Annie. Oh, I guess I need to unmute you, huh? Where are you? You're not on yet. There you are.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah,
Karen.
hi. Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I have problems with acid reflux and heartburn. Is that something you can help me with?
Yeah, reflux and heartburn. Yeah, I would definitely do some baking soda and water. That will really help.
Oh, okay.
And it could be what you're eating too will do that, and so will parasites. So if you have an overgrowth of parasites, that can also cause that.
Okay.
Do you eat a lot of bread or pastas?
No.
Okay, good. What are you in fear of?
Yeah. Oh.
You know what you're in fear of?
Oh. Well,
Got a
yeah,
lot
it
of,
could be just not having money to pay for things I need.
yeah. So focus on that.
Okay. So it has to do with fears?
Yeah, fear and stress.
Yeah, okay.
Baking soda with warm water will really help too.
Okay.
But just focus on the fear and stress for a moment. We'll clear that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, sweetie, let me know how you're doing, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have Lorraine, and then we have Tim. You're going to be last, and that'll be my last call. So Lorraine, I'm going to unmute you now. Hi.
Hi,
Hi, can you speak up a little bit, honey? You sound like you're really far away.
is that better?
Yes.
Okay. So I was in an accident a year ago, February, and ended up with a whiplash. And since then, my tailbone shifts. So I can't sit for long without being in pain. I can't sit on it, and I can feel it moving. I've been to the chiropractor for the last year. I'm a lot better every place else, but the tailbone is not doing its thing.
Okay.
It's
So
doing something.
all right, so put your thought on your tailbone.
Okay.
We're going to work on that. And then we're also going to clear post-traumatic stress for your accident.
Okay.
Okay, honey, let me know how you're doing, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Good
thank
so
you.
far. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Tim, you are my last caller of the day. Hi.
Hi, Tamra.
How can I help you, Tim?
So I got on, I think, about 20 minutes late, so I missed some of the beginning. But over the past 7 or 8 years, I've noticed that I'm becoming a different person, like maybe someone I don't recognize. And it's been really difficult for me. Like I probably am getting in my own way with some of this, but I'm not really sure, what's going on or, you know, what I need to do to. It feels like I'm being someone that's not me.
Yeah, you are. Do you feel like you've been taken over?
I'm not sure. It it feels like there's a lot of stuff that's sort of in my way that's preventing me from being me, if that makes sense.
Okay. So just focus on that.
Okay.
Do I have permission to remove somebody that wants to be you and live through you?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm gonna run the activation. My will is not my own. We're gonna change that. Okay, we're gonna also clear the confusion and so that you can catch up with this being removed, that you know how to, and it's safe to, and it's okay to really become more of who you are. Is that all right?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I'm also gonna do a universal life grid.
Thank you.
And everybody listening can receive the same thing.
Because there was a point about 6 years ago, because of all of this, that I strongly considered suicide.
Yeah, who died like 10 years ago that you know?
I'm not sure. I've had a lot of death in my past.
What about a buddy?
There was a close friend of mine, yeah, that died. Probably maybe a little bit more than 10 years ago, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing
Kind
10
of felt
years
like,
ago.
yeah, one of my only friends.
Yeah. So we released him into the light, okay?
Mhm.
And we're just doing some clearing on you about that. Because sometimes when we have somebody like that, I have a lot of people that take on parents and stuff,
Mhm.
and friends and loved ones, you know. And then they end up sharing their vessel with them.
Oh, I think I realized my first cousin died just about 11 years ago.
Okay. And I think it's the friend.
Okay.
You're going to feel a little empty inside for the next couple days, next couple weeks.
Okay.
Just keep seeing that filled with beautiful light and love, okay?
Okay.
Will you let me know how you're doing, Tim?
Okay.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Send me an email. I want to know how you're doing.
Okay,
Give it a
I
couple
appreciate
days.
it.
Okay. You're welcome, honey.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody for joining me today and sharing this. If you're listening live on Facebook, please share so this can help everybody. While I'm doing this work on one, I'm helping, you know, thousands of people at the same time. And since we're all connected, it's helping also in the collective consciousness or subconsciousness of humanity to move forward. If you like what you're getting from me, please go to my website and buy something. I'd really appreciate that. If you want to learn what I'm doing, I've got 4 levels of practitioner training and also teacher training available to help you with this. We do webinars all the time. Make sure you sign up on my website. There's a link there that says 3 free activations. You get 3 free activations. One balances your chakra. One releases you from anger and resentment. And I don't remember what the third one is. And then there's also a couple chapters of my newest book. Anyways, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve, and I really appreciate you joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. and much love to you. Have an absolutely beautiful day. Bye.